Look at this. Just look at it. Patching a pothole on a gravel road. Are you kidding me? What kind of sick, twisted joke is this? This isn't maintenance, it's a performance art piece, a tragic comedy of errors, paid for with your money and my money. Let's talk money, shall we? Because that's where the real outrage begins. The South African National Roads Agency Limited, Sanral. These are the custodians of our national road network, the people entrusted with ensuring we have safe, navigable roads. And they receive, year after year, billions. We are talking astronomical figures, folks. Billions of rands poured into an entity that, by all appearances, is presiding over the systematic collapse of our road infrastructure. In the 2023/2024 financial year alone, Sanral was allocated a substantial budget of 23.7 billion rand. 23.7 billion rand. For roads. And yet, our roads resemble war zones. Where does that money go? Because here's the grim reality, we have a pothole backlog in this country that is nothing short of catastrophic. It's not just a few isolated bumps, it's a nationwide epidemic. Experts estimate the backlog runs into hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of individual potholes. We are talking about a repair bill that would make your head spin, estimated to be in the tens of billions of rands to just fix the existing damage, let alone build new, proper roads. And every single day, more are forming, deeper, wider, more dangerous. We are drowning in a sea of craters, and the people meant to be saving us are seemingly content to let us sink. And how do they address this apocalyptic problem? With this insult to intelligence. Look at the materials they're using. It's not asphalt, it's not proper road aggregate, it's literally just dirt and rubble. They scoop a bit of whatever loose junk they can find, dump it in the hole, and then maybe, just maybe, give it a half-hearted kick with their boot. This isn't engineering, it's gardening, and bad gardening at that. This isn't an accident. This isn't incompetence. This is a deliberate, calculated act of sabotage against the very infrastructure that underpins our economy, our safety, our daily lives. They use cheap, substandard materials, whether it's patching potholes or, even more infuriatingly, when they claim to be building new roads. The asphalt crumbles, the foundations fail, and within months, sometimes weeks, the potholes reappear, deeper, wider, hungrier than before. It's a vicious, never-ending cycle of futility and fraud. And what does this lead to? Wastage. Monumental, egregious, unforgivable wastage. Every time they send out a crew with their shovels and their pathetic excuse for filler, it costs money. Labor, fuel, equipment rental, all of it adds up. And for what? For a patch that lasts until the next rainfall, or the next heavy truck, or the next Tuesday, whichever comes first. They're not fixing the problem, they're perpetuating it. They're creating a job creation scheme for themselves, a perpetual motion machine of inefficiency and corruption, all on our dime. And who benefits from this rotten system? Not you. Not me. Not the truck driver whose livelihood is threatened by damaged roads. Not the parent whose child is late for school because of traffic jams caused by roadworks that never seem to end. No, the beneficiaries are the tenderpreneurs. These parasitic individuals and companies who have perfected the art of milking the system dry. They submit inflated tenders, overcharge for every nut and bolt, use the cheapest, most inferior materials they can get their hands on, and then walk away with obscene profits while our roads crumble around us. They don't care about quality, they don't care about longevity, they don't care about the safety of motorists. All they care about is the bottom line, the fat commission, the next kickback. They are vampires, sucking the lifeblood out of our public funds, leaving behind a trail of destruction and disrepair. We are paying for roads that don't exist, for repairs that don't last, for a system that is fundamentally broken and actively working against us. We are being robbed blind, not by mass bandits, but by the very people entrusted with our public services. And the rage, the frustration, the sheer moral outrage of it all, it's unbearable. How much more can we take? How many more burst tires? How many more damaged suspensions? How many more near-fatal accidents must occur before someone, anyone, in a position of power, stands up and says, enough is enough? This isn't just about potholes, it's about accountability. It's about integrity. It's about the fundamental right to have a functioning country. This video isn't just a clip, it's a stark, undeniable indictment of a system rotten to its core. It's a rallying cry. It's a desperate plea for change. Because if we don't demand better, if we don't scream from the rooftops about this egregious waste, this criminal neglect, then we are doomed to drive on these broken roads, forever hitting that sickening thud, forever paying the price for a system that actively undermines our progress and insults our intelligence.